Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. We're going to be talking about Revive Me by J.L.Seegar. This is the second book in the New Haven series. The first book is Restore Me that follows Nick and Salone love story. Um, but let's get into Revive Me. This is a three-part series. And I'm telling you, it is worth every minute that I've actually sit down and read it. I was wondering why we had three books for this one story because we only had one book for Restore Me. And let me tell you this, it was worth it, worth every single minute of reading. And I mean, let's talk about the story, how it gives different version of these two characters because the book follows Chris and Mallory's story. Um, Chris is Mallory's brother friend, and Mallory is Salone's best friend. One time, former sister-in-law, and I mean, let me say, definitely each book was so different. It feels like you were reading three different books or three different characters because in book one, or part one, I should say, it follows Mallory and Chris' conception of the relationship where it started, where he wanted to get his father off his back, so he dated Mallory, fake dated Mallory, and eventually they start catching feelings and they decide that they're going to actually make it real. But based on Mallory's past of being sexually assaulted, her boyfriend actually videoed them having sex and held it over her head. And now the father is in possession of this video and decided that he's going to use it against his son because he wants him to get married to a particular person. No, being Chris and who he is, he has this savior complex and decide that, oh, he's going to do what he needs to do for this relationship. He ended his relationship by marrying or proposing to Giselle that his father picked for him. And I really believe that this story is showing how two broken persons become so dependent on each other and relying on each other to be that backbone or that sounding board for them, and they depended on each other, and that's where it all went from because neither one of them healed and they had their own shards sticking into each other. I would definitely say for book two, it's following the where after Mallory's brother's death, he came back to New Haven to check up on her, and it's just a whole roller coaster of things happening. If you don't like cheating trope, this would definitely be one of them that is there. She went ahead and decided that, okay, I'm going to be selfish for once in my life and I'm going to do this. This is just for me. And I knew that part of the relationship brought them to this place. And it's like, okay, Chris made the promise that he's going to come back for her. He's going to solve his problem and he's going to come back for her. And book three, I'm telling you, book three was a beautiful ending for Mallory and Chris' story. And I just love how the author actually brought out they're dealing with the past trauma. They're dealing with past trauma. They're dealing with their past problems of the relationship that they had from before. And I mean, they both went to therapy, got themselves some help, and become a healthy version of themselves, being the best version of themselves. One person who needed to be less a savior and communicate instead of just acting and just doing what he thinks is the best thing for them. And this person actually letting go and trusting that trusting just and the other person is supposed to let go, be vulnerable, and trust that the people that she having her life is actually going to be there for her and love her for who she is and making the moves that she wants to do instead she thinks otherwise. And I love how Chris actually reassures her. He made the moves. He's actually putting all the time and the effort to win back Mallory in his life. He's set up so many things. His house, he's already telling everybody at work about Mallory. And I mean, you just have to love how Chris actually went about doing everything. He made sure he made his plan. He did not give up. She may have done things that was like, yo, he wanted to cry or just scream out, say that, girl, I love you and I'm not going to do this again to you. I mean it this time. And I mean, he was so patient with her. Mallory is running, as always, from hurt and being vulnerable. And I love how Chris took the time and he was so patient with her. He did not rush her because he knew where he was. He's just waiting on Mallory to catch up to where he was. It's a beautiful story, and I have to definitely say I love that the fact that they end up with each other and it's a happily ever after. It shows that love is not everything, but you have to work on it. You have to get you have to work on yourself because it can injured the actual love of your life because both of them were broken in both one and two. But when they come together being and heal and better version of themselves, they made a better relationship. I mean, like, it's a great love story. And then you actually see little snippets of Nick and Salone's story in it where they actually get their dream wedding. I mean, like, it was such a beautiful story. Um, Book one, where it's actually they coming together. Book two, they actually being selfish, and book three, they actually become one and falling in love all over again. I mean, it deserves all three books, and for that, I would definitely recommend it. It's a 5-star read for me, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. So thank you for watching, and I would like you to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, bye.